Hi, beautiful souls. I hope that you guys are all doing really, really well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel and my pick a card readings that I offer you. Today's reading, we are going to be doing a September 2025 reading. We are going to be looking at the messages that you need to know in current energy. Of course, remembering that time is an illusion and energy is fluid. Now, this recording is a little bit late. I get that, but the messages will still definitely apply. So time is definitely an illusion, but I really hope you enjoy your reading. Now, if you would like to get a personal reading with me, you can find all my details in the description box below, alongside all my social media platforms, my PayPal if you want to leave me a tip. Another way that you can also help support me is by liking my video, by subscribing and sharing it and giving it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. And please, of course, feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. All right, beautiful souls, without any further ado, I'm going to show you the 3 different decks of cards that you have to choose from for your September 2025 message. Hello, beautiful souls. So deck 1 or pile 1 is going to be the Modern Witch Tarot deck. If you are drawn to this deck, this is going to be pile 2. This is the Zendat Journey Tarot. If you're drawn to this mysterious black deck, this here is a deck from Luca Decks. It is going to be a bit of a surprise one. So if you're into a bit of mystery and surprise, you might want to choose that one. But yeah, these are the 3 decks you have to choose from. If you need a little bit more time to choose which deck you want to for your reading, that's absolutely not a problem, but I will get you to pause the video because I am about to start the readings. Hello, pile 1, or for those of you who chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck, this is your reading for the month of September 2025. This is looking really great. We're also going to be pulling your oracle card at the end, but let's get straight into your reading. So we've got 2 major arcana here. We have the Empress and the Moon, which means big karmic lessons to learn, or for the ability for you to learn and transcend from. So let's get into it. Smooth the cards for no reason. The Empress, this is really current energy for you, I feel. I feel like at the moment, this pile is definitely in a month of like steady growth and nurturing something really, really important. So this could be, you know, the Empress really suggests creativity, abundance, and connection to self-care or relationships. With the Knight of Pentacles clarifying here, this is really grounding that energy because both of these are earth energy. And while the Knight of Pentacles is kind of slow, it's very slow, but it's consistent progress, right? And it's like they're both cultivating something fertile in your life. So this could be, you know, a project, a career path, or just personal development within yourself, really nurturing yourself more, and therefore in turn being able to nurture others. But this is a slow progress, but it's a good one, and it's one that will stick long term. The Page of Pentacles and the 9 of Pentacles. So this is like a really strong kind of student or apprentice card here, where it's like you're starting from scratch with something. And it's also paired with the 9 of Pentacles, which is really a card of independence and self-sufficiency. So you might be learning new skills this month, or starting a fresh venture, or investing in yourself financially, academically, or personally, especially with these cards here, especially the Empress. The 9 of Pentacles here really shows that this is leading towards a sense of like self-confidence and security. And it's almost like you're in the early stages of something that will strengthen your kind of your independence and long-term abundance is what I'm getting here. This is strong, independent energy and nurturing energy, almost like reparenting energy, I would say. It's really quite divine is a word I'm getting here. I don't know why, but it's really lovely to see, because this is really about looking after yourself. Now with the moon here, there's definitely a feeling here of there being some fear or things not being totally clear at the moment with what's kind of ahead. And there might be confusion, illusions, or uncertainty with what's going on for you, and that can be quite scary and can bring up shadow, right? But it can bring a level of vulnerability here with the two people that are naked, right? Vulnerability, shadow, emotions, not being able to see clearly in the moonlight, but still going into some sort of direction. I feel like a lot of you are doing some very heavy shadow work, and maybe coming to a place of really understanding the importance of investing in yourself so that you can help better manage this when it appears. With the Page of Wands coming in as well as a clarifier, this is really talking about making sure that you stay curious and adventurous despite the uncertainty that the moon brings, rather than trying to get all the answers that you need right now. You're really encouraged here to explore, experiment, and follow sparks of inspiration is what I'm getting here, especially with the Page of Wands. Trusting your intuition, embracing the unknown will be key instead of letting fear or doubt hold you back. I think with the shadow element as well, I feel like this is really representing maybe childhood trauma, or childhood trauma comes in many ways. It could just be trauma from lack of emotional support from your parents, right? So that's coming up as shadow work as well. So this is really beautiful. I really, really like this reading, and I hope it resonates with you. I did pull an oracle card for you as well. The oracle deck that I've used in this particular reading is called the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards, just in case any of you were interested. And the card that you got is Trickster, Challenge. I feel like this is really kind of works alongside the Page of Wands here. And this is really telling me that you need to move out of your comfort zone and embrace new challenges, to stop procrastinating, because your purpose is really awaiting. It really is. There's this new purpose coming in. This is also saying release control, judgment, and expectation, I feel. There's going to be a surprise direction. A surprise direction is a great blessing. You've got to try and remember that, even if it feels scary, because I feel like this is kind of choosing a path, and an opportunity disguised in a situation is just what you've been waiting for, I feel. So yeah, this is a very, very cool reading. I hope you've enjoyed pile one. Please feel free to leave feedback and comments below, to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you at your next reading. Bye. Hello, group 2 or pile 2, or for those of you who chose the Zend Out Journey Tarot, this is your reading for September 2025. These are general messages, as I said at the beginning of the reading, so please take them as they apply and resonate to your particular situation. All right, let's get into it. So we have a major arcana here, which implies to me that there's big lessons to learn about whatever this particular reading is about. And in this reading, it's about temperance. So it's about balancing passion and emotion, right? Which can be a very, very, very tricky thing to do, especially when we feel heated. All right, so Four of Pentacles to start with. This is really kind of current energy. There's something that you're really holding on to your detriment with the Ten of Swords. You're really holding on to past pain. And without doing a personal reading, I'm not sure why this is. Maybe it's difficult to let go of because you've kind of formed an identity around it, or maybe it's because you're used to living a life that's full of pain and therefore you find it hard to let go of further pain, or you don't want to let. And this isn't me giving you a hard time, but this is a real thing, that people hold on to the past and to past pain because it creates who they are in a way. And they can sometimes end up self-sabotaging things because they hold on too much to past pain. And I feel like this is what's happening here. I feel like a lot of you are holding on way too much to past pain. And because you're holding on to it, it's not able to flow. You're not able to move past it. You're just kind of holding on to it for dear life in the cosmos. And it's just then creating all this other stuff for you that isn't creating flow or balance, right? There's this want and there's this opportunity as well here, Four of Wands, for you to kind of celebrate the good things in your life. Maybe some of you are celebrating a business venture or a marriage, an engagement. Maybe some of you are moving houses. But there's something here to celebrate. But I feel like because of this energy here, it's very hard for you to do this. And it feels like you're trying to conjure this up, right? And the biggest lesson for you is, in order to be able to do this, you need to be able to balance yourself. This is really beautiful energy. This is manifesting wonderful, happy, bright, amazing things, right, that are there for the taking. But you're not in balance. Balance is needed. I'm being very, very drawn to the fact that this person has a foot in the earth, a foot in the water. So it's like you need to balance emotions and be able to ground yourself as well. You need to be able to trust in the higher, divine. This is your crown chakra. Getting messages from your higher self will create balance. Because this is really what's stopping you from enjoying whatever this is this lack of balance that you've got going on. Maybe a message for some of you as well is there's a lack of balance in your home life or how you see things. Or you want to see things perfectly, but how can you do that? Or you have this expectations of things being perfect or a certain way, or they need to be a certain way for your life to be harmonious or for you to enjoy the things that you already have, to be grateful in your life. But you can't do that when you're holding on to past pain. And that's why you feel imbalanced. That's why you're not really manifesting this wonderful joy that is there for you for the taking. And it's interesting how your word of advice here is the Four of Cups clarified by the Ace of Wands. To me, this is really about, opportunities that you're not looking at, missed emotional opportunities that you're not looking at and going, wow, like this would really bring me great fulfillment. Because you've got the different phases of the moon here, right? There's drops of water falling into these cups, but this cup here has a huge amount of water. There's this opportunity here, but this is blocking it. There's something here as well, I believe, about the next full moon. Ace of Wands clarifying. This really, to me, represents Kundalini rising. Things being in balance, being more connected to the divine. And I feel like sometimes your emotions aren't balanced and that you get, they're not balanced in the phase. And so Kundalini isn't able to rise that transformation that you need to bring you in that new creative spark or energy, or lust for life is missing. Because I think, as I said before, you're too caught up in what's missing. What isn't making you happy? And what isn't making you happy is the fact that you're holding on to stuff here that no longer is applicable to you. You're finding it hard to balance. You've got so many great things happening in your life, but it's hard for you to see that when you're not feeling balanced. And so opportunities can come up, but unless you're kind of open to them and, you know, really listening to your higher self, it's hard for that snake to do what it needs to do, which is ascend. The oracle card I have for you, pile 2, just in case you're interested, the oracle card I've pulled is from the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. And the card that I have for you today is Bones for Casting Divination. So I feel like there's like messages and signs that are staring you in the face that you're not really paying attention to. You're not being observant. You're not trusting your intuition because you already have the answers. So throwing bones was, is an ancient practice used by many, diviners, herbalists, and spirit mediums through Africa, Asia, and North America. So they used to do this to kind of find out, what was ahead or what that they needed to know. And you've got signs here, you've got messages here that you need to know, but I feel like you're not really paying enough attention to them. Pile 2. I know this was a very deep reading. There's a lot of pain here that needs to be let go of to really enjoy this. But you have the ability. These are the signs that you're being given to let go of this. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it's given you clarity and vision. I'll see you at my next reading. Thanks for your ongoing love and support. Bye, pile 2. Hello, pile 3, or for those of you who chose the Luca decks, this is like my new favorite deck of cards. This was the pack that you chose. These cards are absolutely beautiful. If you want to know where I got them from, please feel free to, actually, I'll just let you know, they're on Etsy. If you look up Luca decks as well on Instagram, you'll be able to find them, but they're a store on Etsy. And they make beautiful cards. These are my absolute faves at the moment anyway. But anyway, let's get into it, guys. So This is your reading for September 2025, remembering that it's a general reading. So you'll need to apply the messages as they kind of resonate for you. So there's some karmic cards in here, some major arcanas, so some lessons to be learnt. We start off with the Three of Swords, which is really quite painful, clarified by the High Priestess. So I feel like for a lot of you at the moment, there's some kind of heartbreak, disappointment, or painful truth kind of weighing on you. And I feel like that this is something fairly recent, or something that you've may have also been carrying for some time as well, but it feels fresher at the moment, if that makes sense. Maybe it's coming more to the surface now. The High Priestess, clarifying. This is really talking about how you're probably processing this really quietly. Maybe you're not sharing it with anyone else. This is an inner healing period, I feel, for you guys, and listening to your intuition, reflecting and finding wisdom in the pain is really important in this process, which can be a very, very difficult process. And it's interesting how this is card 2, and then you've got the Three of Swords as well. This is a karmic card. This is meant to happen in order for you to learn some big lessons around this heartache, or heartache in general, and how it really affects you and what you need to do with it, and to really go within, to feel the pain, to feel its source as well, and sit in the uncomfortability of it. What's going to be coming up very soon for you, though, is the Six of Wands. And this is really beautiful. This is a really nice shift. This is talking about recognition, victory, maybe success, a moment where you're going to be really seen and appreciated. And I think in a different way that maybe you have been before. And you're going to feel this within yourself as well. And it feels like it's a big deal too. I don't know why. There's heaps of people. So it might not be a lot of people kind of appreciating you, but it's going to feel like the appreciation is large, or on a big level. With the Ace of Cups clarifying. This is really talking about fresh emotional beginnings. And kind of openness to love. So this can either be romantic or self-love, right? And I think together with the kind of the heaviness, following the heaviness of the Three of Swords, you're really moving towards being celebrated, lifted up, and receiving genuine connection and joy, which is really lovely to see for you guys. So this is beautiful. I feel like this is going to be coming in within the next week or two, to be honest with you. But let me know in the feedback and comments below if you wish to share. So this is a really lovely kind of end to your reading, or word of advice, or what you need to remember. We have the Star, which is such a gorgeous card, especially this one. This is really talking about remaining hopeful, remembering that you're in a healing transition. You know, have hope, have faith with what's going on for you, because it's really going to help bring you into a new place, I really feel. And with the Two of Cups here, this is just really talking about that. Believe in the possibility of kind of deep healing within connections. And this might be a specific person, whether it be a romantic connection or a platonic connection, or something to do with family, but it's probably more so friendship or romance, I would say here. So this is really about deep healing connections. And this could either be with another person or with spirit or with yourself. And it's about staying open, hopeful, staying open and like hopeful, as I said before, and receptive to relationships that bring mutual care and light rather than dwelling on past hurts, especially this one. Kind of resonates a bit with the other reading I did before as well. Maybe the other reading I did. If you want to watch reading 2, it kind of flows with this one. So maybe someone you know, maybe the flip side of this person should be listening to reading 2. I don't know, but yeah, sad, dark times in a way, but coming out good. Self-love coming in as well, which is really, really beautiful. Your oracle card that I pulled out, and I'll just show you the deck in case you're interested, is from the Shamanic Medicine Oracle cards. The card that came out for you is Sea Creatures Immersion. I think this is a really cute card. So this is really saying to like go with the flow of things and that everything is really working out as it should. Another message I'm getting here is put focus on your dreams, take action. I feel like for some of you, you're really going to be doing what you love and just really immersing yourself in all that truly makes your heart sing. This is beautiful. So pile 3, I really hope you enjoyed your reading. I hope it's given you some clarity and or insight. Please feel very free to leave feedback and comments below. And if you'd like to get a personal reading with me, you can find all my details in the description box below. Thank you so much for your ongoing love and support. I'll see you in my next reading. Bye.